Well, hello, hello. This is Rose RCG Creations. How are you doing? Hey, hey, hey. I'm bringing to you, let me bring this up just a tad. Okay, where's my little thing? Okay, there we go. Oh, I don't have to worry about squatting. Okay, see that? 2 bread machines are going to be going today. We're going to be making pizza dough. Pizza dough in the bread machine. I got this inspiration from another YouTuber. What's her name? Jamarel. And I will put her link in the description box. And I went ahead and I print everything. Because I like to go exactly, but I will tell you this, FYI, it's extremely fine print, font, and stuff. So anyway, but let's get started. I'm going to be doing both at the exact same time, so it calls for 1.5 cups of warm water. I went ahead and already pre-measured my water, and you got to put it in the machine in the same sequence as the recipe calls for, okay? So there goes my water. Let me turn you over so you can see better. Okay, next thing we're going to do is 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Alrighty. And I'm almost out, but I have some in the fridge and I'm hoping I have enough. Tablespoon. Yeah, 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay, 1. 2. 3. Now we'll do this machine. Hubby and I both like different types of pizza. So when we make our own pizza, he gets what he wants on his toppings and I get what I want on mine. I love my onions, as everybody knows. He doesn't, and I load mine with onions. Okay, I just barely made it. But thank goodness I have another bottle that was in the fridge. I took it out so I can thaw out. So I can refill and keep this in the pantry. Because I know you're supposed to keep, at least I'm told, I'm not for sure. I'm told that you're supposed to keep your olive oil at room temperature. But you keep it for long-term storage in the fridge so it lasts longer. Okay, because oils, vegetable oils, olive oils, almond oils, all those oils, they do and will go rancid on you when they're too old. Next thing is 2 tablespoons of sugar. And I already pre-measured those. And then the next thing, 1 teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon of salt. Alrighty. And the next 3 cups of whole wheat flour. I don't have any more whole wheat flour, so I'm just going to use all-purpose flour because that's all I got. So it calls for 3 cups of flour. Okay, 1. 2. I'm trying not to make a big mess and spill everywhere. Because y'all know I tend to be a messy cook. 3. 1. I have another container. I've got some more flour too. 2. Let me go get my other container right quick. I get my flour in the 10-pound bag. I put it in the freezer for a week. Then once I take it out, I put it into these individual containers. I'll put a link to the video I did of my review of these containers, which I really care for quite a lot. And they make a lot more storage in the fridge. Okay, come on. I'm trying not to overfill. Okay, there's 3. Clean up my mess in a minute. Okay, there's 3 cups. Oh, I just say you can totally use all-purpose if you'd rather, but when I use exclusively all-purpose flour, I usually add in an extra cup to bring it to 4 cups total. Oh, okay, so it's 3 cups whole wheat flour, but you can totally use all-purpose if you'd rather. When I exclusively use all-purpose flour, I usually add in 1 extra cup to bring it to 4 cups. So if you're using all-purpose flour, you want 4 cups. So let me go get some more flour. I read this 3 different times, but I skipped that part. Okay, come on. Okay, I need some more flour in here. There's not enough. You know, I'm going to come over here, and I don't want to make a big mess, so I'm going to scoop it over here. So like, because the one bad thing about these containers is I wish I had the round square so I could put the whole thing in here and get a level measurement. Okay, so that is going to be 4 for that one. But it's like anything else, you work with what you have and you just make it work. And this is my first time making pizza in the bread machine, so I'm following it to the T, so it should work out okay. I'm assuming it will. At least I hope so. I just made a big mess. Okay, so that'll work out. Okay, so there's my 4th cup. Okay, so that's 4 cups for that. Okay, next thing should be the 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast. So let me get my 1/4 teaspoon, my other teaspoon. So I want 2 1/4 teaspoons of well, let me read this. It say to make a little hole. I know most things you make a little hole. Place the grease of bread machine in order listed. So the bread machine. Okay, she doesn't say make a hole, so I'm not going to do one. So let's go to 2 1/4. 1, 2, 1. Whoops. 2 1/4. 1/4. 2 1/4. And let's see. Place the grease of the bread machine in order listed. Set the bread machine on dough setting. Okay, so select dough. Okay, so it's on dough. Hit start. That one's ready. Now this one's going to be dough. And now they're both ready. So, oh, do you hear that? I mean, let's bring it closer. This one's already making movement. This one, I hit start. I thought maybe I didn't hit start. This is the one I had trouble with last time. Okay, I may not be able to make it in here. Time delay on, select hour, minute, start. This is not coming on. I may only have to have one machine if this one's not working. Oh, I still need to do the rest. Large, small, large. Okay, that's what it was. I forgot this machine's a little bit different than the other one. You have to select what size. Now the little light turned on. And there we go. It's doing its thing. See that? It's doing its thing. Yay! Trial and error, trial and error. Okay. We'll bring you back when this is totally done. Because if what I want to do is I have enough ingredients. I want to make 4 batches. So we'll have pizza dough because I'm going to freeze that. I'm going to show you how we freeze it up. Because she shows you the best way she does it to freeze it for future use. So since we only, in our family, it's just me and hubby, we only need 2 doughs. Okay, for each of us to have our own pizza because we have enough. We always make enough for dinner and then for lunch for the next day. So that's why we do that. And then I'll bring you back at the next phase when we're totally done. And then I'm going to start wrapping it. And then we're going to have pizza for supper tonight. So I won't do a taste test until later tonight, okay? So we'll bring you back at that next phase. All right, we'll bring you back. Okay, so the pizza on one of the mixes is ready. Timer went off. That one's got 14 minutes. This one's at 0. Oh, look at how much it rose. Let me turn this, unplug this one. I'm going to show you. Look at that. See how much it rose? It's nice and soft. I'm going to bring it over to the table. Oh, let me angle this down. Now you can see what's going to happen next, which is, she says you take it out, and if it's sticky, you want to add flour to your bowl. I'm going to put both of them in the same thing so it could rise. And you also want to make sure, okay, see how it says it's all sticky? That's the way it's going to be. That's why you want the extra flour. And then get all the dough out of inside your bucket bowl. Okay. And then don't forget your little paddle. You got to get your paddle off. Let me get a little bit more flour. So with a little bit of flour, it takes all the stickiness away. See that? And because I want to make another batch, because I want to freeze some of this. Now I'm just putting my little paddle. Put my little paddle back into my bowl. I'm going to put this back in the machine to get ready for the next batch. And then you want to add a little bit of flour. Remember I told you I used to store flour, all my staples, and whatever I had at the time I only had was jars. So here's my last jar from 2020 that I had vacuum packed. And basically you just want to knead it just a little bit with the flour because you want to get all the stickiness off. Then you're going to let this sit. Just from what I've been doing a lot of reading and research on Google and internet about dough and how you roll it. I'll put that on the link where I did that imitation honey wheat bread from Cheesecake Factory. And so got a bunch of air pockets. So there's that one. Now we're going to wait for the other one to get done. But you just keep it somewhere warm. I'm going to transfer this when I get the other one next to my stove. Stove's not on or anything, but I'm just going to leave this over here for right now. We'll bring it back when we get to the other one once it's done. But I'm going to go ahead and start this other batch on this other one. So we'll bring you back. Okay, we're back. The pizza dough, it's been an hour that it rested under the towel. There's another one there. But I wanted to show you. Look how big it is. And when you touch it, it gets smaller. It shrinks. So that was pretty interesting. I never knew that. I want to show you this one. See how much it rose? Now when you touch it, look at that. I did a couple more videos in between when I was waiting because the first one I touched this and I go, hey, what happened? And, it's like, and I didn't realize because in the videos that I saw, no one mentioned that. So I was just like, oh, okay. So anyway, got me an extra one because these two are almost empty. So now I'm just going to basically get my wrap out. I have a big old container, but I've got like 5 of these that were on sale. I want to use these up because they're taking an awful lot of space in my pantry. So I want to use these up. This is what I used when I was decorating Easter stuff. That's why they're pink. The plastic wrap is pink. Okay, so I'm just going to wrap it. You want to wrap it really well. Whoops. I don't want all this flour in there. Let me just get the dough out. And I'm going to take off this extra dough. This just kind of extra dough that didn't get mixed up, that was in the bottom of the bread oven container, the bread machine container. So let me just take that off. I don't know if it's going to make a bit of difference or not, but I don't know. I didn't see anybody saying anything about it, so if it's not part of the whole bread, I'm taking it off. I did see like 4 or 5 people when they were doing theirs. They just took the whole dough out of the box, out of the bowl. Okay, so I'm just going to knead it in. I don't know if this is good or bad, but I'm just going to do it. Well, see how the more you knead it, the more it's getting smaller. I guess that's part of what it does with the rising. Well, I think what I'm going to start doing is, because I really want to learn more about this flour and baking stuff, I'm going to do more research of, like, what does what does the gluten do, what is gluten and how does it work, and stuff. So I think I'm going to do some of that research and learn a little bit more about that. Just so I'll know what it's like. And you want to wrap it really well. Whoops. This has had its better days, this container. But you know, it works. Let me do it this way. And like another thing is why, I mean, I know you probably don't want any air in it. I'm assuming when you put it in the freezer. You know what, I'm going to move this over. There we go. I don't know if I'm doing this right or not, but we'll find out. You know, it's like everything else. The more you do it, the more practice you have, the better you get at it. Okay, so that's one. Sealed both ways, because everyone I saw, they wrapped it on all 4 sides. So now we're gonna. Oh, I knew I had one. It's already open. It's almost empty. Does anybody know? Does it make a difference if you use the shiny side or the dull side when you're facing the food? I've looked it up, but I haven't really read too much about it. They're different versions, so it's kind of like, I trust my subscribers and people watching my videos. So if you know, if you put a comment of what's the difference between the shiny side or the other side, or is there a difference? You know, I don't know. It may not even be a difference at all. Okay, see, that's totally sealed. Now I'm going to put this in a gallon size freezer bag. And I don't think both of these are going to fit in one. Let me go grab one and see. I should have had it, but I did it. So I'm learning the different things. Yeah, I don't think both of these are going to fit in here. They might, but I don't think so. And I really think this is probably going to be enough for 2 pizzas. Because our pans are not that big. Now, this is my bread machines do make 2 pounds. One is a 1.5 and one is a 2 pounder. So that has a lot to do with it. So, you know what? I'm just going to put them, I'm not going to squeeze them in because I don't want to do anything. Because again, like I said, I'm new. Once I get more practice at doing this, and I'll know if I can squeeze them in here or not. Okay, so there's one pizza. Let me move this out of the way over here. Now I'm going to repeat the same step, and then we're done. And then the next thing we'll do is we'll bring you back when we cook the pizza tonight for supper. And then we'll do the taste test. So we'll bring you back when we get to that phase. Okay, we are back. We're back a little late. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I forgot to do the taste test. I had a meeting I had to hurry up and get to. But anyway, here is hubby's pizza. What's left of it. He got half. The other half's for his lunch. And mine is right here, what's left of mine. But who doesn't like cold pizza? But I wanted to tell you, this crust, hubby, who was very, very picky eater, said he likes this crust. Number 1, it's very airy. Number 2, he likes thick crust. He likes deep dish pizza the best. I like thin, crisp one. Okay. But the biggest thing is he liked his, look at this. Let me see if I can get out of the glare. There's not a bunch of flour all over. You know how a lot of homemade pizza has flour all over the place on the bottom? You see the flour on the pan, but it's not on the crust. Oh, let me get out of that. Whoa! I almost dropped my pizza. There's my leftover for lunch tomorrow. You see right over here, there's some flour. Well, come on, angle. There we go. You can see a little bit there. But none of it stuck to the pizza itself. So you know what? This is definitely a 2 thumbs up according to hubby. He really likes this crust. So we're going to do a little bite. Even though this is cold, because this is 3 hours later, it's still really good. So I hope you try it. Please post in the comments if you've tried it, this recipe, or if you have your own recipe. Please post a comment about your recipe with the ingredients and what all you put into it. And I prefer to do it in the bread machine, just because I can do other things while it's in the bread machine doing it. But if not, I can go ahead and just do it on the do it by hand. But I'd rather have a recipe where the bread machine does it all. But if you have a recipe for either one, I would love to see it, because I would love to try it out. And then I'll be able to post to let you know what I thought about your recipe. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Oh, I just not noticed. My hair is all over the place. I literally just came in from the grocery store. I had to do a late run. I got some stuff to gotta do tomorrow morning, and I don't have time in the morning to run it. And I don't want to get up really early either. Anyway, take care. We catch you in the next video. Have a good one. Take care. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and share. Bye-bye.